Okay, good morning. This is quite a cold morning. It's about -4. I thought what we would try and do this morning is to see if the old Chrysler with the Triton V10, which some people might have seen on TikTok, as a friend of mine, Scotty the Oil Man Furno, put on some years ago. This car I built at the beginning of lockdown, partly because I was diagnosed with bowel cancer and told I didn't really have that long left potentially, and really as a challenge, because people said that you couldn't do it. So this car has a Triton V10 out of a Royal Canadian Mounted Police Ford Excursion, which is a big four-wheel drive, which we can give you an example of the donor vehicle where the engine came from, which has been modified slightly in its lifetime, as you will see. So that's where the engine came from, with a very large engine bay, and the room that had was not available in the Chrysler 300, so it didn't fit. The other part of the challenge was to use only things that I had around my place and not actually buy in parts to make it work. So as you can see, the engine doesn't quite fit, but it does work, and it took a lot of getting going because of the it has an immobilizer built into it, which was slightly problematic in getting to operate, but we got that done. As you can see, the car hasn't seen any action in some time. It's sat here. As I say, it's -4. Whether we can put a battery on it and start it, we will find out. So we're going to go to the rear of the car. In fact, as I walk around, I'm just going to clean off these windows because I can't actually see anything. So I'm just going to give this window a little clean off here, and then over there. And I suppose we should do the same on the other side. So I'll give this a clean off. Now, the reason they call us the Manic Mechanic is because I have bipolar disorder, which causes some problems, but also has some advantages. I have to say bipolar disorder is much easier to deal with than being told that you've got cancer. However, that diagnosis was incorrect, which we'll tell you more about a little bit later on. But first of all, let's focus on this. So we're going to just pop this battery terminal on there, like so. Now I'm not going to actually, just going to give it a little tap down there because it's sort of quite tight fitting, and we'll actually see if the thing will go first, and then we'll show you the start procedure on this car. It's a little different. So we'll climb into the car. Apologies for wobbly camera work, but it's all part of it. Now, I'll put a light on here. So the Chrysler key pops in like so. Turn that to that position. We then look up to the center console, as you can see up there, and we're going to turn on the Triton systems, the ignition, fuel pump, and it starts. How about that? Now, we're going to see if it'll move. We should really try the wipers and see if it will clear the screen. Okay, now we're going to see if it'll actually move. We've got some wheel spin. So this car hasn't moved in over a year. We're not going to take it on the public roads. Now, it's a bit slippy here. Now, it's very difficult to control the horsepower that this puts out. get out and have a look at it in the daylight and see what it kind of looks like. Now we're going to see if we can do a little bit of a drive around and see if we can film it and see how successful this is. Now I do hope we caught that. So there it is. We'll have another try if we didn't, but I hope that was entertaining.